Hey guys, so thanks for watching. This is gonna be a really simple video. I'm literally pulled over to make it. And it's just gonna be on my phone and I'm not gonna edit it. So here we go. So about probably a month ago, I said something on my Instagram about how I am no longer vegan after 2 years of being like a dedicated vegan. And I know that I'm gonna get some hate for this. I know that people are going to say what they want to say, and so I just want to have a full disclaimer before I start that this is my journey. And if you're watching this and you are like all into veganism, I totally get it, but just know that I have compassion for you. And this is purely a health choice. I'm also working with a nutritionist around my health. So I do have doctor advisement, supervision from like a holistic person. And this is so my own thing. Like I think that everyone needs their own stuff. And, so yeah, that's my disclaimer. I am not saying don't be vegan, and I'm not saying be vegan. Like, I don't know, like whatever you want. But I'm here to share what has happened to me. So I do have to have a little backstory because this does have its backstory, I guess. So I have been vegan for 2 years, and I was pregnant as well. So I was pregnant, and I also breastfed for 16 months as a vegan. So that has a big role in this. And so I guess I'll tell you the whole story. So when I was about 1, my pregnancy was horrible. I was sick every single day. And so, I think it was like 4 or 5 months pregnant, and I was like, I have to do something. Like, something is terribly wrong, and so I'm gonna go diet wise. So I cut out all dairy. I already don't eat meat, so it was like not that big of a deal. I've been vegetarian mostly my whole life, so that was easy. And so I was like, I'm gonna see if like it's a dairy thing, like maybe the baby doesn't like dairy. Also note that I had done the whole vegan thing a few times over like the last 4 years. Like, I never stuck with it, but I definitely was like, I've seen the videos. Like, I've watched Food Inc. I've watched like Forks Over Knives. I did all that. And so I was like, yeah, this rings true to who I am. So I went vegan, then I came back over and over again. So as I was pregnant, like 4 or 5 months pregnant, I went totally vegan. And it was also because breastfeeding was a really important factor to me. Like, I really wanted to breastfeed. And I had read that, like, some people have a hard time bringing milk in if they are like very heavy in their dairy. And it's like because you have the cow hormones, and so like the body gets confused on what it needs to make, blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it out. So I was dedicated vegan for 2 years. About 7 or 8 months pregnant, I don't really remember, I had like one of the scariest moments of my life, and I was sitting on the couch at my house. And note that I like live in my childhood home, like I rent it, so like I've lived in this house majority of my life. And I was sitting next to my boyfriend, and suddenly I didn't know where I was, who my boyfriend was, and I was like totally like I was gone. Literally the scariest moment of my life. I've had a near-death experience, and it doesn't come anywhere close to that feeling of not knowing who you are. And man, so at that time, the only person I did remember was my mom. So my boyfriend had called my mom, and he was like, something's wrong with Mason. And she was able to talk me down. And as I was drinking some water, I started to feel better. So at that time, it's kind of getting hot. Oh, hold on. Okay. It's getting a little hot in here. So at that time, I contributed this like lack of remembrance, or whatever you want to call it, to dehydration. And so I was like so diligent in my water intake after that, because like above anything, like I knew I never wanted to feel that way again. So onward with the story, I had really hard time gaining weight. You know, my pregnancy was really hard. And so when I gave birth, I was 6 pounds underweight from when I started my pregnancy. And that's with her being 6 pounds in me. So that means that I myself was 12 pounds underweight 9 months pregnant. So super unhealthy, still doing the vegan thing. And I also want to say that a big part of this is that I was a shitty vegan, and not in the way that like you would think, but I didn't do the fake cheese. Like, I hated the fake cheese thing. So like, I say I was vegan, but I feel like I was more like a whole food diet. Like I was eating a ton of vegetables, a ton of fruit. I did have like oil and like some bread and pasta and stuff like that, but I wasn't like putting like cheese or eating yogurt or anything like that. And like fake, or not fake, but like almond milk stuff. Oh, I couldn't do it. I literally couldn't. So I didn't have like any fat. And also, I did not supplement. Like, I wasn't drinking, like, vegan protein smoothies or anything like that. Like, I was, like, a whole food, and that's about it. Yes, it was organic, and it was non-GMO, and it was local food, but still, like, okay. Anyways. And so, like, during that, I was, like, I'm eating good. Like, I was juicing. I was doing all that stuff. So we're fast forwarding now. I still have not gained weight. My baby is like 16 months. I'm done breastfeeding. It was like happened naturally. And I was like, I'm gonna gain so much weight. So I still didn't gain weight. And I was like, okay, like whatever, still eating my diet, eating it. And then like about a month or two ago, I started having these moments of like not being quite clear. Okay, or like on a side note, I'm like sitting in my neighborhood making this video, and like this car just like slowly drive past me, like looking like I'm like a bad person or something. Anyway, so about a month or two ago, I'm like sitting there and I'm like kind of confused, just like I guess you could say like general brain fog, but I'm like, where am I? Or like, what was I doing? I was like having a really hard time remembering like the days of the week. Like my reaction time was kind of slow, and it's like, wait, did I do that then? But like I literally would like just be like, what's going on? And it was like kind of weird, kind of frightening, and it like continuously happened over like a week, and I didn't tell anyone about it. And I was like, because the thing is like that isn't something that you just like are like, oh yeah, sometimes I forget who I am, but everything's good, you know? Like there's something wrong with you if there's something in your brain that's not working, right? And it's not like, hey, yeah, so sometimes I get headaches. It's like, yeah, sometimes I don't know where I'm at my house next to my daughter. And but it was, and like I think I have a lot of fear around this because of what happened in my pregnancy. Like, so for like the whole pregnancy thing, like the moment that I forgot who I was exactly was like 100%. These little glimpses of like fogginess were like 5%. Like it was so minimal, but I have such an active memory of fear around like full blown going into that state that I was like, no, I can't do this. But I didn't know what to do. And I was like, and I do energy work. So I was doing all the tools and I was managing it, but it was still happening. And I was like, something's going on. And so, and as I look back on it, like, yes, I was honest with my partner, like, but definitely not to full extent because I was so scared. Like, what do you do with people that don't know who they are, you know, or what's going on? Like, you put them in a, you know, like a house or something. Like, I didn't know, like, or do I have a brain tumor, or do I like early onset Alzheimer's? Like, I'm 23, like, what is going on, you know? I'm being honest, this is just what I was thinking about. And so, and like, there's some times I would tell him, like, yeah, I feel kind of confused, but like, I don't think he knew the extent, and that's not his fault. Like, that was totally me. So one day, about like a week later, I was like, I got so scared. Like it happened like 4 times while we were watching a show or something. And so I like told him, and the first thing that he said is your diet. And like, that was so reassuring to me, honestly. Like, I was like, for me, I'm like, I'm crazy. I'm literally crazy. And then to have someone be so grounded and being like, hey, it's your diet. And I was like, oh, I don't even know if that's right, but that makes me feel so much better about the situation, you know? So after I told my partner, I had like more courage to kind of talk about it. So I called my mom. Probably freaked her out because I'm like crying. I'm like, I don't know. I'm so sorry. And she said the exact same thing. She's like, your diet. And I was like, really? Because I think my diet's great. Like, I'm not eating dairy, like, and whatever. So, but then she further went on to say that, excuse me. Oh shit. Hi, I'm not editing this video. This is just me being me. So, she further went on to tell me, she's like, you have no fat in your diet. And it's not like I'm eating a low-fat diet. It's just like the foods that I'm eating naturally do not have fat in them, or not like enough fat. Then, like, divine thought, I remembered my naturopath telling me, if you don't have enough fat in your body when you're breastfeeding, it comes from your brain. And I breastfed 16 months vegan, you know? And I was like, instantly, I just wanted to like love on my brain. I'm like, I'm so sorry I did this to you, you know? I was just like, wow. And, you know, full disclaimer, like, I know as a vegan, you can have, like, you can supplement, like, avocados and nuts. Like, they're fat. Like, I get that. But, like, I'm so fearful of becoming or, like, going into that state of total forgetness. Like, I was like, I'll do anything not to do that. And so, and it's not, like, little things, you know, like, I didn't know who I was. I lost the part of myself who made me, me. And that's not, I don't drive with that. So, and honestly, as I make this video, I don't feel like I have to convince you on why it's okay for me, right? Because truly within my heart, I know that this is the right decision to me, because I needed fat and I needed fat now. And like, I eat so many avocados, but like, do you know how many avocados you had to eat to like actually like, you know, have enough fat, like compared to like, oh shit. So anyways, I had made that decision right then. I was like, I'll do anything to feel better. So that night I had a little bit of cheese and nothing happened. And I was like, what? Like, I have such a sensitive digestive system. I was like, I'm going to feel sick. Like, this is going to suck. Nothing happened. Oh my God. Okay, like, this phone's kind of heavy. So literally though, you guys, like, ever since eating cheese, never had a problem. Like, never made my stomach hurt, which I was like very convinced that it was going to. And also, I've never had any memory problems. No fogginess, no disorientation, nothing. Because right now, for my body, I need it, right? Like, there's that thing. Also, full disclaimer, I'm getting very high quality dairy, as in Whole Foods. Like, anyone goes to Whole Foods, they know the prices, right? Like, honestly, like $14 for like a little bag of cheese, because I, being vegan for so long, understand what I'm eating, and I want the cows and all those like to be taken care of, because I am using this as a supplement to feel better right now. And I don't want that to be at the expense of anyone. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I was gonna say something else. But seriously, ever since introducing a higher amount of fat, I feel great. I'm clearer, I can talk better, I have better sessions, like, I'm a better person. I feel stronger. And two more things. One, it is such a blessing to be able to eat this dairy, though I'm not eating meat. I like bless the cheese and the cows and all the people who work to get that to my plate for my health. Like the workers, the semi-truck drivers, the farms, like everything, everyone involved, the people who work at the grocery store, I bless them because I am so thankful that this was the answer for me right now to feel better. And then also I am seeing a nutritionist, and so I have a lot of guidance on what is best for me right now. And she's amazing, and I've gotten labs done, and I'm on supplements now, and I'm taking care of my physical body for the first time in a while. I do energy work, so my energetic body, my emotional body, really great. But now it's time to work on my physical body. So I hired someone to help me, and I knew that I was out of balance. So yeah, so that's why I'm eating dairy. Yeah, I finally made the video. I'm sorry if this is upsetting, but I come from a place of compassion and understanding that this is the right thing for me right now. Just as I was vegan for 2 years, maybe that was what I needed at that time. I love it. I love feeling better, and I understand that once I get back to where I need to be, maybe I'm not going to have dairy anymore. So, yeah. I love you guys. Thanks. Bye.